Hey folks, I got a Remington M887 pump shotgun here today. Quick story behind it was that I was looking for I have a home defense shotgun and I was looking for a barrel for the home defense shotgun to use it to hunt waterfowl at some point. And the Mossberg that I have, the barrels were $200 plus just for the barrel at the time I was looking. So I went into local sports store, Shields All Sports, and was looking through their pre-owned selection of shotguns, and I found this, like I said, a Remington M887 pump shotgun. Has a 28-inch barrel already on it, and a full choke right over there. You can see already installed, and I literally paid the same amount for this shotgun. It was about $220, I think, plus tax, that I would have paid for the barrel just for the Mossberg. So real quick today, if you want to take these apart for cleaning, it's a fairly simple gun. You unscrew this cap and just pull it off right over the edge of it. Set it off to the side. Then the barrel comes loose, and they're a little tight on there, but it'll pop loose. So that takes your barrel off, so you can clean that. And the pump part, you hit the release, and it will slide forward along with the action and come right out of there. Come on, it should slide right out. There it is. Now the hardest part about this, I'll go ahead and take it all the way apart, but the hardest part about this is lining up the slide and the action to get it back inside there. But then this comes off. It's got the extractor and the firing pin on it. Pumps separated, so now you can wipe everything down. The main difference between this and some of the other shotguns I've cleaned is it also has this little shroud on here. Just make sure when you're putting that back on to get it over the post right there so it can slide. But then you can clean the gun, wipe it all down, oil it before you put it back together. You know, run your brushes and your oil and stuff through the barrels. And so then when you put it back together, it's a little tricky to line up. This would almost be a little better with a stand. But you slide this back on, and there are two. Before I do that, there are two notches right here. If you can see them or not. There are two notches right there where these slides go into. So adjust the camera here a little bit. You put this back in, slide the barrel into the hole there, and then I was finding that if I just line up at least one of them, because you also have these notches at the top where the action needs to sit, clips right in there, and then the tricky part is to line those up so that they will slide right back in. There it is. I got it that time. And then it should slide right back in to release all the way in. The barrel is also a little tight to put back on with some of these guns, but you slide the top in there, and then this cap goes right over the tube. Try and keep it on camera here. So you have to push down a little bit, slide it over, and then you'll have to putter with it just a little bit to get it lined up. There it is. It goes back in place, and then the cap screws back onto the tube, magazine tube. And I just finger tighten it. And then, always important to check your action, make sure it's working. So, seems to be operating. Trigger goes. All right, we'll take it out. We'll fire some bird shot at some stuff and see what kind of range we get with it. All right, we're just going to show the pattern from about 80 feet out with a full choke and a 12 gauge. Aiming top right. Okay, so I was just shooting 7.5 gauge bird shots, are real cheap stuff. You can see the pattern here. It's about 1.5 to 2 foot square. A little hard to see on the cardboard, but you can see all the tiny holes in there. Pretty tight from about 80 feet. I might switch to a little bit higher gauge for the next one. About 150 feet back. See if I can get a pattern on the paper. Okay, so 160 feet back, full choke. There's not much on paper. There's 15 or 20 of them on there you can see, but not a lot. Same thing with this one that I shot. I did 2 rounds with it from that distance. You can see about 30 pellets on, but pretty small pellets. Even at 160 feet, that's a pretty wide pattern.